This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. Andrew Foy, the embattled premier of the British Virgin Islands, has been stripped of his position. Foy had been asked to step down following his arrest in Florida last week on drug smuggling and money laundering charges, but he refused to step down. The charges stem from a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration sting. Foy, along with the BVI ports director, are facing charges for allegedly trying to import large amounts of cocaine into the U.S. from Colombia through its ports at the BVI. A no-confidence motion was backed by the Overseas Territory Assembly on Thursday, so Foy has been replaced by his deputy, Natalia Wheatley, who was sworn in as the new premier of the BVI. Foy is set to plead not guilty to the charges at an arraignment which is set for May 25th. In Puerto Rico, U.S. Border Patrol agents were busy on Wednesday after stopping a boat with 59 Haitian migrants on board. Wednesday morning, Border Patrol agents on duty saw a makeshift Yola-type vessel approaching the coast near Pools Beach. Agents then approached and searched the then abandoned 30-foot homemade vessel. It had no markings or registration on it, and the agents found foreign branded food products on board. And then, after a search of the area near the vessel, agents found 59 Haitian migrants, 58 adults and 1 juvenile, all of whom have since been transported to the Ramey station in Puerto Rico for immigration processing and removal. We continue to see a big spike in COVID cases. It comes after thousands of people gather to celebrate Carnival in St. Thomas. Cases are up throughout the territory, jumping significantly, though, on St. Thomas. 560% we're talking since the beginning of this week. We started this week with 101 cases on St. Thomas. There are now 668, and the numbers are up Friday, another 145 cases from just the day before. According to the latest numbers from the VI Department of Health, there are 879 cases territory-wide, with 193 on St. Croix, again 668 on St. Thomas right now, and 18 on St. John. In case you missed it, the annual Benny Demas Carnival Kickball game kicked off last week during Carnival festivities in St. Thomas. The event drew in about 1,000 people to see local celebrities, public officials, and some of the territory's biggest stars in entertainment battle it out. And it also raised $1,000 for the Level Up Conference in St. Croix. In total, 4 teams went head-to-head, including the team Go Viral, Team Community by Southland Gaming, Team DSPR, and Team Fet Like Scott. Team Go Viral and Team Fet Like Scott made it to the championship game. Here you'll see Con Davis of Team Go Viral getting on base and cheered on. But in the end, it was Team Fet Like Scott that came out on top. Their team included Scott Chambers, Adam O, Timothy Thomas, Duty Hart, Star Martin, Pressure Busspipe, and many more. Congratulations to a great event, which raised money for such a great cause.
Me and Wally didn't play, but I think it worked out really cool. I don't think the audience even missed us with us being on the microphone this time, and we had such a good time. What do you think, Wally?
We did. I agree that me and him being out is only right, because it's like the winning thing with my team. It ain't right that I play without him, you know? So I like the fact that we both didn't play.
You know how it goes, but we just think that we wanted to be able to have more people enjoy themselves. So if there was 2 more people that could play in the game, I think that was the coolest thing for us to do. But we still had ourselves a really good time out here. Yeah, exactly. 2022 Benny Demas Carnival Kickball game is officially over. Big ups to Team Fet Like Scott for winning the championship, but also big ups to Team Go Viral Social Media Agency, Team Community by Southland Gaming, and Team Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation. We salute y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming out and being here with us. Respect.
It's like it was a fun event indeed. Baby formula recalls and product shortages. Both issues are leading to empty shelves. So what should parents do if they can't find the formula they need for their child? Here's some advice from a pediatrician. He's 5 months old with a sensitive stomach, so when Weston's mom found a baby formula her son could tolerate, she stocked up.
Just a few weeks later, I found out about the recall, and all of our packages that I had were recalled.
With recalls and supply chain issues, Joy Green is now having trouble finding any formula.
That's all he's allowed to eat right now is formula. So as a mom, it's like, how am I going to feed my kid?
Dr. Stephen Abrams, former chair of the American Academy of Pediatrics Committee on Nutrition, says the key to managing this shortage, flexibility.
Babies can get used to one formula, but if that formula simply isn't there, families are going to have to look and find the closest alternative.
Dr. Abrams says if you're not sure of the closest formula match or if your baby eats a specialized formula for allergies, talk to your pediatrician. He says not to introduce solid foods or cow milk to your child early, as those aren't sources of good nutrition in the first few months of life.
For those under 6 months of age, it's usually just about the only thing they eat. So if you over-dilute it or if you make your own homemade mixture, you're not going to be getting the safe nutrition that the baby needs.
At this point, we're just buying what we can and literally living day to day.
And as babies adjust to a formula change, Dr. Abrams says they may have an upset stomach for a short time, but for the most part, he says they will get used to it. This weekend is the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. The Kentucky Derby is Saturday, and at the Louisville Airport, Derby goers were welcomed in style.
Good music from performers, fascinators on the airport staff, and long lines for pictures at the horse display. It's time for the 148th Kentucky Derby.
It's the best horse race in the nation. We have to come here and see this. It's on the bucket list.
One by one, thousands of guests will be coming through the terminal, getting offered a Woodford Reserve candy.
Absolutely. God bless. Thank you.
Before getting to the real stuff.
We're a little late for our bourbon tasting, so...
Juleps, get them ready.
Airport officials say it's their way of getting people excited for the most exciting 2 minutes in sports.
We want to make sure that as soon as they step off that plane, they know they're in Louisville, they know they're here to have a lot of fun at the Derby.
All in all, officials say passenger capacity for this weekend should be just 2% shy of what it was in 2019. But that's not a bad thing, because the space not occupied by passengers will be filled by the hats.
We're a bird garden.
We're all ready.
You have to have it fit in your carry-on luggage for sure. So the most exciting 2 minutes in sports airs Saturday night. Post time is scheduled for 6:57 p.m.